I hear that you're the one that got our World Trade Center project started.
Well, there have been a lot of people who've been involved in doing it, but originally it started when I was reading an article in my office about a year and a half ago in September of 2009.
Wow.
And I saw an article in the paper that said the work at the World Trade Center had been progressing along, and that they had a large number of artifacts from the site that had now been released from all the court proceedings. And the person at the Port Authority was looking for homes for them with police and fire departments throughout America who could provide a place where they could build a memorial in different parts of the country. And I said this would be such a wonderful thing. So I wrote them a letter and said I'd like to find out about how we could bring some steel here to Oak Lawn. Yeah. And they wrote back, and I talked with Chief Villanova and so many of the officers here at the police department, all of whom were affected one way or the other by the events of 9/11. And they said, well, let's see if we can do it. And so from September of 2009 to December of 2010, slowly, little steps along the way, but they finally pulled into town and they're here.
Yeah.
And looking forward to seeing the work go forward.
Yeah. Now, I understand you won't be in town for most of the project. Will you be able to follow it online?
Well, shortly after I knew that the steel was coming, I got word that I'm going to be mobilized again with the Marines.
And how many times have you done this?
This is this will be my 4th deployment. And,
oh my goodness!
So on the 15th of January, I'm heading off to Afghanistan, and so I won't get to be here over the year that I'll be away to watch the building go on, but it'll certainly be a great feeling for me to know while I'm away that there's so many other people who are giving their time and their talent to bring this project to life.
Now, this project is involving so many different groups, and everyone's going to be giving their input. While you're out of town, it'll be hard because you won't be here to do it. What would you like to see the monument become? What is your vision for it?
Well, I think the monument, for me, there are 3 things involved. One, we want to honor the lives of all the people who were killed on that horrible day, and then honor all the first responders who went that day and made great sacrifices to help the people who they swore an oath that they would help. First responders' jobs are not always easy, and but it does require sacrifices at times. Sadly, as I'm sitting here with you this morning, they had a horrible fire in Chicago, and
did they find the missing firefighter?
Well, they've got a large number that are injured, and unfortunately, at this, as I'm talking to you, 2 have already passed away.
Oh gosh.
So it's a reminder. I'm hoping this memorial is going to be a reminder that that's what responders do, and that there are men and women out there who are prepared to do it, and it's not always an easy job. And I think that will give a lot of encouragement to firefighters and police officers and the people in public works and everyone who's involved in responding to a disaster, that they'll be able to drive by, some anytime, day or night, and just have that as a reminder of what this job entails.
Yeah.
And so I hope that will be a positive thing. And then finally, this whole experience since we started this project, just like after 9/11, which was a horrible day, so many good things followed from that. That so many people did what they could to help in one way or another, whether they're a police officer, a firefighter, a steel worker, the people that came down to the pile there to just help the first responders, whether it's bringing water or food, and everyone worked together and gave what their talents were to help do something good. And I think that's an important lesson that I hope when people look at this memorial here in Oak Lawn, you know, since we've been doing this, you know, I've met people that I've never met before who said, you know, can I help? And whether it's, you know, the truck drivers or crane lift operator, or, you know, the policemen and the fighters who drove out to New York to escort the steel back, as they're driving down the highways, coming back here to Oak Lawn, you know, they pull over for gas and things, and people would ask what this is. And I mean, people were so supportive, not only to make sure they got all along the way, you know, in the best way possible, and you know, policemen stopped in Ohio and found out what it was, and they've sent checks to Oak Lawn. So it's
humbling.
It's really, it's a great thing.
It almost, since I've been involved, it just seems to be building and snowballing, and the outpouring of support. Our Rotary Club has had the same kind of... I
mean, there are people of the Rotary, you know, they're involved in all the wonderful things that the Rotary do, and, you know, building memorials isn't necessarily something that they do, but, I mean, you know, you're an eye doctor, and here you are, and this you're part of Oak Lawn, and so many people, and I think that is something that, you know, even though I'm not going to be here to see the memorial go up, I know that it will get done.
Let's say it's 50 years from now and your grandchildren are taking their kids to see the memorial. What would you like their take-home message to be? What would you like them to see? Any thoughts on what this would be for the future?
I hope that it'll show that we as a community and as a country remember not only the losses that we suffered that day, because it's important to remember, but it'll also honor the sacrifices that were made on that day and all the days that have come after that. And that final thing that, you know, whatever your particular talents are, that if we work together on something that's bigger than ourselves, it's a good thing. Good things will happen.
That's beautiful. Is there anything else you'd like to say about the monument, or about the beams, or about this experience?
It's been one of the most positive experiences in my time here in Oak Lawn. You know, sometimes in the police business you have to deal with a lot of tragedies or difficult situations. But this has been an experience where I can say that, you know, for all the effort and work that's gone into it, it's been a wonderful experience for me, and I'm looking forward to seeing it.
I feel the same way. I feel the same way. Anything you want to tell the artists as they begin work on it? Just
try to capture those things, and I know that they're going to do something that will make us all proud.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, on behalf of anyone watching this video in the community, we just can't thank you enough for your brilliant idea. And you know, all of us get those ideas late at night and we don't act on them, and you've acted on them and brought just this whole thing in motion. Just a simple idea like that, and hey, let's do something good. And I just want to thank you, and on behalf of people, I wish you well on your journeys, and Godspeed, and do what you got to do and come home safely.
All right,
and we could hardly wait to show you the finished product.
Well, I'll wait for emails to come to where I'm going. It'll take a while for pictures to get there, but I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, okay.
And like I say, you know, I might have got the ball rolling here, but couldn't have done it without all the police officers and firefighters and public works people and people in the community. This is a community
no one has
project.
Really said no to any request or any, and it's everyone wants this, and it's just
no one has said no.
Yeah, well, and you didn't say no for fitting this in the week before Christmas, your last week here, and I can't thank you enough.
My pleasure.
Okay, thank you.